Hi, this will be another video tutorial for my website, Loop Braiding, at loopbraider.com. This video will demonstrate another pattern and a new technique for making flat 7-loop braids, similar to the ones in my Continue Here 7-loop square and flat braid tutorial. This particular pattern, actually it's several patterns. Here's the striped version of and then here are some contrasting patterns you can do within the same braid. This particular pattern does require new skills, so I'm making this video for it. I have many other patterns for 7-loop braids on the website that I don't have video tutorials for because they don't require it. So if you're only watching the videos on YouTube, you're missing a lot of color patterns, a lot of different braids that you can find on my actual teaching website, loopbraider.com. Okay, this one requires something called color linking, which is adds an extra step to the braiding process, but it has really cool results, so it's definitely worth doing. I am using some bicolor loops in this particular braid. The technique does not require bicolor loops. Let me park these for a minute and show you essentially, again, the braid. This particular color pattern has it's a 7-loop braid, a flat braid. It has 3 bicolor loops, 2 all black loops, and 2 all white loops, and they are arranged like so. So let's get my fingers up here. So on the left hand, the A and B finger have white loops, index and middle. C and D have, in my case I have orange and turquoise bicolor loops, both with the orange facing up, the orange as the upper shank. On the right hand, the right index and middle, the A and B finger, have all black loops, and the ring finger, the C finger, has the same bicolor loop as the other two loops, again with the orange, the same side on the upper side. I will just braid at first and somewhat slowly, and then I will explain what I'm doing so that you quick learners out there don't have to suffer through my talking. You can just watch. Let's back this up a bit. Okay, I will say that it's a flat braid, so the left transfer will be turned and the right transfer will not be turned. And the transfer is done in 2 stages to link the 2 adjoining color groups together so they don't cross each other. So it's a 2-part loop transfer. Turn, shift and place. That was half the loop transfer. Now I will continue the loop transfer. Tighten. On the other side, loops are a bit too long, I think. On the other side, the same moves. So the first half of the loop transfer, no turn, shift, continuing the loop transfer. Left side, turn. Right side, no turn. Okay, what's happening here is you are trying to keep each color group together. You never want the white loops to cross over through the other colors. You never want the black, I'm doing this symmetrically on the 2 sides. You never want the black to cross the bicolor loops. So to do that, you link the adjoining color groups together. The first loop transfer, I will be taking the index loop as usual, but I will take it from below the first below the border of the white and the colored loop. So I will not insert my finger from the very bottom. I will insert it from one loop below the border, the boundary. I'm taking it with a turn because it's a turn to transfer on that side. Then I do a partial shift and place the taken loop. The transfer is only half done. I'm going to place it there on the ring finger. Now I'm going to continue the loop transfer, and I'm going to take the loop that doesn't belong, the bicolor loop, bring it back through that white loop that just came through it. This will link the two loops. Hopefully that'll even show in the camera. So I'm continuing the transfer now, taking the colored loop through the white one. That links the two loops. Shift, and now tighten. The bicolor loop is essentially subbing for the white loop. On the other side, the same thing happens. These loops are a bit too long for the camera. I will be taking the black loop, but I do it in 2 stages, and this loop will sub for it in the second stage, this bicolor loop. So I go one loop below the boundary of the colors, take the black loop without a turn, shift, place, and now I'm going to continue the transfer, going through the bottom and taking the loop that doesn't belong. It doesn't belong within the blacks, taking this bicolor loop back. My mantra might be take the orange. So I'm going to take it. None of these takes get turned except for the one outer left one here. It's just understood that the rest are straight or unreversed, whatever you call a straight transfer, open. Okay, so again, one below the color boundary, turn, place, finish the transfer by taking the orange, shift, tighten. Other side, one below the color boundary, no turn, partial shift, finish the transfer by taking the orange, tighten. Turn, place, take the orange, tighten. One below the boundary, no turn. Finish by taking the orange, tighten. Turn, take the orange, tighten. One below the boundary, no turn. Place. Finish the transfer by taking the orange, tighten. Okay, I will show you the pattern we have so far is this braid's folded, and then when it's done you open it to be a flat braid, as I teach in the 7-loop square and flat braid videos, tutorials. None of the colors pass each other, so you end up with, when you open it, you end up with these doubled, it's not focusing well, let's see, with these rows of colors. The orange always stayed on the upper layer of the braid because those loops were never turned over, the bicolor loops. So the orange is on one side. The blue half of the bicolor loops is on the other side, or turquoise, white in the middle. Now this is linking is optional. You can stop linking and then get different color patterns. So it's something you choose to do. It's a way of controlling the colors. And so you can then stop doing it or only do it with some of the colors to get interesting patterns within your braid.